Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks everyone for coming. You'll all have to put up with my Australian accent for the next 30 or so minutes. Nice, small, intimate session. I think it's nicer to be out here than it is out there in the loud, because we're going to be talking about some really interesting stuff. I'm the head of product at Sellersnap. We're a repricing and analytics solution, but I'm not necessarily here talking about what we do as a service. I'm talking more about the technology that underpins a lot of what we do as sellers. I'm excited to be here specifically today because there's an element of Amazon and Amazon selling that I think goes untouched or undiscussed. And a part of that is because of the challenges and the technology that underpins it. And so I really want to go deep into Amazon business and some of the changes that Amazon has been making over the last couple of years in order to share with you why I think that people need to have a bigger focus on Amazon business and to have strategies around how to price optimally for those marketplaces. In my role at Sellersnap, I'm the product manager, and part of my role is listening to customers and sellers, understanding your problems, and then translating those into solutions in a technological manner. And so coming to events like these are fantastic because I get to speak to sellers and understand your issues. But the other way that I do that is through the adaptations in the technology of what Amazon is providing, and we refer to those as opportunistic developments. And this is really what today's session is about. It's an opportunistic development. And I want to talk a little bit about that, but open it up with, well, what is Amazon business? And I know that a lot of people here will know what Amazon business is to some regards, but just quickly as a definition to sort of pinpoint our whole conversation, Amazon business, simply put, is a business-to-business e-commerce marketplace by Amazon. Right? So it's an opportunity for sellers or buyers who are business or companies to offer businesses discounts in order to purchase or to offer discounts for quantities in order to buy in bulk. And this is them taking a really big chunk out of business purchasing. In fact, so big that in the last year, Amazon business made up $38 billion in revenue. And to give you some perspective on how big that is, AWS, Amazon Web Services, is $88 billion a year business. So Amazon business is massive and it's just growing. And the changes they're doing in terms of technology to provide sellers with solutions underpins that, because their strategy from a business sense matches their strategy from a technological sense. And this is Andy Jassy. He's the CEO of Amazon, and his most recent announcements to the stock exchange. So $38 billion, it's a huge growth opportunity for people. I wanted to start off really quickly by jumping straight into almost a case study. Here we have an Amazon listing page for a cleaning product, priced at $4.29. This is a product that theoretically could be a business purchase. You know, it's a cleaning product. We might buy this for a hotel or an office in order to help clean. You might buy this in quantities. And I think one of the challenges from a headspace perspective around the buy box, around Amazon business, around consumer purchasing, is that people don't realize that when we're talking about the buy box, in actuality, we're talking about three things. That is locality, that is quantity, and that is consumer type. And when you add those three things together, what you see is a situation where the buy box is different depending on the relationship between those three parameters: locality, customer type, and quantity. And so here's the exact same product, three different buy boxes, pending how I was logged into Amazon. So on the very left, we see at $4.29. That's what's referred to as a default buy box. It's a buy box that I saw when I was in incognito mode, not logged in, not prime. To the left of that, an Amazon business offer at $4.26 with a 3-cent discount. And then if you look further left, you see another Amazon business offer for 20 units. And so we're not really discussing locality in this situation, but we are seeing the relationship between purchaser type, that is whether you're business or not business, and the quantity. How many units do you want, and what's the price that you get for it? One of the reasons I think as sellers we have a challenge in understanding the differentiation between these offers is because of how Amazon presented the data through their API for the last 10 or so years. And I want to give you a snippet of what that looks like on the technology side. This is a snippet of what's referred to as an any offer price change notification, or an AOCN. And third-party integrators like Sellersnap or any other solution provider get this information anytime there is a change on an ASIN. That is, a new competitor enters, a competitor leaves, there is a price change or a featured offer change, i.e. there is a buy box change. And you can see right down the bottom, highlighted in green, that the parameter you saw is buy box winner, and it's either true or false. And that's because for a really long period of time, the only information that Amazon provided to third-party sellers and developers was whether someone was winning or losing. They didn't provide any tangible context as to what did that mean. And so us as solutions couldn't develop solutions or technical solutions to reprice or actively price optimize for Amazon business because we didn't know what everyone else was doing. And what that essentially did was lead to a situation where sellers made hundreds of offers, but no one had really tangible responses as to what did that mean. So you had one seller over here and he was offering 2 units, 4 units, 6 units, 8 units, or 10 units at respective discounts. And you had another seller over here offering 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80 at respective discounts. But there was no way to know who had the best offer. There was no way to know who was winning the buy box because, as we saw on the previous slide, all we knew was buy box true and buy box false. We didn't understand the relationship, as I said before, between the customer type and the quantity. So go back 2 years, and Amazon starts to realize that this is a challenge afflicting sellers, that they can't openly reprice or actively reprice or price optimize for Amazon business. And they start to build out some infrastructure to share this information with third-party developers like ourselves. And so we worked with Amazon and Amazon Business and their APIs team, the SP API team, for a couple of years to refine what the notification would look like that we would receive when there was a change in the business offer. And this is what they came up with. Here you see a very similar AOCN, any offer price change notification, to what I showed you in the previous slide. But if you look at the boxes that are highlighted, you see in green, you see that $4.26 offer for one single business price, reflecting on this buy box, and then the quantity discounts to the far left at 20 units, what actually says 15, at $4.21. And so essentially what this means is for the first time ever, third-party integrators or sellers could actually tell what was happening for business offers and then reprice actively against them. So what is the significance of doing this, of having this information? Like, what was the challenge that we were seeing before? Well, in essence, and it's really simple, until this point, everything was guesswork. And so with the addition of this information, sellers can take the guesswork out of setting business discounts by ingesting this information. And so by finding a repricing solution that can look at the business offers and then make the right decision for a business price, that is either one business unit or a group as a bulk buying, so quantity discounts, you can take the guesswork out of setting those business discounts and actively reprice. And the second part is that for the first time, you can get a head start on your competition. And so this is, I think, the biggest crux of this data, or the new data that's available. And essentially what's happening is the B2C space, as everyone would know, is really, really mature. Everyone offers discounts, and reprices actively. And so what happens is when a price change occurs, you often see a competitor make a price change only moments later. And so what's happening is there's such a maturity and understanding around the B2C side of the business that it's almost impossible to have an active advantage over your competition. But that's not happening on the B2B side because people aren't using this technology yet. It's so new from Amazon that no third-party solutions, or very few, have started to implement the information in order to actively reprice. And so the change that has occurred is that if you are actively using this information, you can really competently and efficiently and effectively compete against business offers. And so instead of seeing a competitive price change once every 2 minutes, what you're seeing is a price change, winning the buy box, and then not another competitive price change for the next 24 hours. And so from 1 unit for business, one sales unit, up to unlimited on the business side, on the quantity discount side, you're dominating the buy box by using this information or using a solution that can utilize this information. There are a handful of limitations and some future predictions that I wanted to share because I think they're important to understand the direction of Amazon Business and what some of the technology is providing. The first one is regards to fees, and I hear this a lot from sellers. They say, why would I offer business discounts if it just means that I'm going to offer a discount on my B2C price, right? I may as well only offer B2C because I'm eating away at my profit margins. So we hear this all the time, but in actuality, what's occurring is that you're getting a significant higher percentage of the buy box share from ownership. And so there is justification from doing so. But what we're seeing on Amazon side in their business model and their sales model is that we're starting to see programs pop up where Amazon sellers are provided discounts on FBA fees in exchange for offering quantity discounts. So we have a handful of customers that have been admitted into programs that if they sell between X and Y, for example, 2 units and 10 units, they'll get 20 cents off their FBA fulfillment. And then they re-incentivize above that between 10 units and 20 units. And so what we're assuming will occur when this is rolled out to all Amazon sellers is provide a backbone for the rationale to offer quantity discounts. You know that if you offer 10 units or more, you'll receive 20 cents off per unit in your FBA fulfillment. And so this is how Amazon's planning to grow Amazon Business, matching the technology they've already released. The second part in regards to fees and programs is what they're doing from a consumer side perspective or a business consumer side perspective. And so we're already starting to see programs roll out where they're offering badges on sellers' items when they are offered at a percentage discount below. So on the listing for Amazon Business, you'll see business preferred offer on the picture in exchange for offering a 3% discount. And so this is lifting you up the ranks, making you the preferred offer when you're looking through the search view, and then giving rationale for the purchaser as to why they should buy your product. This is just a little bit or a crux of the surface of what Amazon Business is doing for the market and changing in the ways that we reprice actively for Amazon and Amazon Business. And the interesting part, I think, about most of this is that people aren't currently doing it. And so on the B2C side, it often doesn't matter which repricing technology you use or which one of Scott's strategies you use around repricing. There is so much activity on a listing that it's almost impossible to compete. But this isn't the case with Amazon Business. No one is using technologies that can actively reprice against business offers. There's not many solutions out there. And so those that get around and start using this technology today have a significant head start on the competition in order to actively reprice and compete against Amazon Business. And so if you are currently using a repricing technology today and they do not ingest this information and you're not currently offering business discounts, well, it's fair to say that you're already behind. Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. I've been Adrian from Sellersnap. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about B2B repricing and some of the technologies that we have at Sellersnap specifically, we are here at one of the booths. So please come forward. We love to talk about this stuff. You can talk to me or Sellersnap CEO about some of the developments that we've done, and we would love to talk about that. So thank you so much.